Morning. You join me indoors at the moment. It's a bit damp and dull outside, although the forecast for later on is to brighten up. As I said in the last video, that one of the jobs I've got to do today, I've got a tree in the garden which needs to be removed. I mentioned this to a friend and he very kindly offered to come and give me a hand. He is a bit of a master with the chainsaw, so when he does arrive, I'll introduce you. This is a tree in question. It's a magnolia called Merrill. Lovely tree, white flowers at the very start of the season, and unfortunately it's got a bit out of hand now. As you can see, the trunk's about 9 or 10 inches thick at the base, and what I started to do as well is lift these dirty block pavers up. So start to lift the bricks up, and so it also blocks quite a bit of the light out the conservatory, and I think it's time now that it come out. Well, they say the sun shines on the righteous, and right on cue, the lasers come out. As I said in the clip earlier, I was waiting for my lumberjack friend, and he's arrived now, so I'll introduce him. Before I do, I'll give you a clue, you might know him. He's got a plot, it's number 3, and it's in North Warwickshire. You shouldn't need any more clues, here he is, Terry King. How you doing, Terry?
All right, mate, thank you. Yeah, absolutely great.
Right, Terry has kindly given up one of his valuable days off work to help me. Well, he'll probably end up doing most of the work. He's shifting this tree out. So without further ado, while the sun shield's joining, I'm going to put the camera over there, do a bit of time lapse, and see how we get on. Looking down on the root of the tree now, we've gone as far as we can on my property. We need to get over my neighbours who's due to replace the fence soon, and once that's done we can get round there and dig the same depth the other side of the tree. And Terry's left a stump on there 5 foot or so, which will be a good lever, and hopefully we'll be able to crack that out and get rid of it forever. Right, so I hope you're all exhausted like me and Terry are here. I'd like to say a really big thank you for Terry. He's worked hard on that, as you've seen from the video. I was his labourer, but he's done all the donkey work, and I do really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No worry, Nigel. I was going to pop over for a visit, and I think you've had your garden makeover a little bit early if you win my competition.
I've also had another prize off Terry, and he's kindly... First of all, I thought it was a bottle of beer, but it didn't taste too good. And what we got there, Terry? What's that?
That's the banana concentrate. It's what I get off the bananas on one of my little experiments, which isn't an experiment anymore, because I actually produce this liquid from the bananas, and I've been using it in the homemade tomato plant food experiment on my channel.
So I've got a couple of bottles of that to try and my stuff, although I've took Terry around my plot, and it's gone about 9 weeks now with no weeding, and
I didn't see any weeds at all, Nigel. You put a blindfold on.
Tell the truth.
Weeding or cut a tree down. I think we did a good job with the tree, didn't we, Nigel?
Yeah, but how you fixed next week for doing the weeding?
We've had some fun, Nigel. I've had a good laugh today, and
what did you think of the plot anyway?
Very good. Yeah.
Big as you thought it was, or smaller, or what?
Smaller.
Yeah.
Now, when you pop over to see me.
Was you expecting Blenheim Palace or something?
I just couldn't find my way around. It's strange how you can actually video a plot and then try and figure out. I'm not talking about the weeds, but I hardly recognise the beds, because how you walk around your plot, videoing and setting up.
So the camera does lie.
Well, apparently so does mine. My space looks bigger than it is, but it's all about getting into that space what you can. Make good use of your growing space. I do. And
for those of you, obviously most of you who watch my channel now, Teddy, but if you haven't subscribed, whip over there, have a look at his channel, and if you like it, press the subscribe button. He's very, very close to the 1,000 mark now. He's 950 plus, I think it is. So in the next few weeks, hopefully we'll get there. So if you haven't been there, nip over and go and see him now. I'll put a link underneath there so you can follow and get there.
Yeah, as I say, the competition is going to be a garden makeover. I'll spend a whole day with you.
He's keeping his clothes on this one, by the way.
Well, you told me to keep mine on. No, I don't mind. But yes, I'll come fully clothed and do a garden makeover. That's open to subscribers, viewers, as long as you comment on my channel. And as you know, I love the comments. And you don't see me very often in front of the camera, mainly because the tablet I use won't allow it. Can't get my big head in it. No, been great to.
Thank you very much again. I really appreciate it.
It's been brilliant, mate.
And it's always nice to meet up with other YouTubers, but it's even better when you can come and get them a day's graft out of them. So
if you win my garden makeover, then I'm only going to do half a day, Nigel.
So it's good night from me.
Thanks, guys.
And it's good night from him. See you later.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, all. Well, I'm glad all that's over. And again, thanks to Terry, he did a fine job on that. There's just a stump to get out, which you can sort that at a later date. Anyway, we're back on the plot now. Last night it looks as though we've had a fair bit of rain. It's quite damp, but luckily the old laser beam's coming out again soon, so that gives us another opportunity to crack on with the big clear up. Funnily enough, I've just been looking at a video of Teddy King's where he's had to rip his leeks up because of the onion fly, and same thing's going to happen with mine. Strangely enough, as I come back off holiday 4 weeks ago, this was in fine health, and they've just in a few days they've gone from healthy specimens to things lying on the floor, so they'll be coming out. Well, the first things I want to do, I've already started, is rip some of the foliage off the what's left of the sunflowers. I want to get those out. It'll be interesting to see how the sour palmyra have performed underneath, because although these are in the valleys of the potatoes, the sunflowers have created quite a lot of shade, so we'll see what happens when they come out. Just to give you an idea of the weight of these plants when they're in maturities, you can see that one is one of the early ones which collapsed. I've got a couple of here of line pins, lamp pins, whatever they call them, and that's staked to a wooden pole with a cane, and it snapped a lot down, so there's a fair bit of weight on there. As you can imagine, as you just seen there, because these now got a fairly substantial root ball on, and I've got, say, 4 rows of soil palmera underneath, what I've decided to do, I'm going to saw them off near to ground level and just leave the root in until I come to harvest the potatoes. Including a few interruptions that took a bit longer than I thought it would. So I've had enough for today. There's still a couple of rows of Charlotte to unearth and 4 rows of Sarpo, which I've managed to pull a few up while I was getting the worms off, and they look pretty good. So we'll save that till tomorrow or whenever the sun's shining again. In the meantime, for the rest of the day, I'm going to sit on the bench and enjoy the sun. See you tomorrow. I'm here at the Malvern Autumn Show, and behind me is a mate of mine, Keith Morgan, on Easy Nets. A few of you have already bought stuff off him, but he's got a new product on here which is ideal for growing up runner beans and even sweet peas, and the net's really strong with the strong kinds as well. I'll just have a word with Keith and show you what it is. Hello there, Keith. How you doing?
You're fine, Nigel.
Right.
Nice to meet you again.
So, just having a look at this new thing you've got on show. You hadn't got it last year. It's a new thing added stock to your arsenal, I suppose.
It is, yes. It's a series of A-frames for growing peas and beans up. This is the larger one, what we would grow beans up. Basically, it's a good substantial cage. They come complete with their netting, and it's a cord netting, as you can see. High density polyethylene, UV stabilised. And the way we erect these is we use a spring clip which strengthens the frame straight right up, and you'll find they're basically non-slip.
Okay. And what size can you do these frames, Keith?
Basically we can do them in any size, any length. We have a variety of different sizes, as you can see.
And all these on the website?
Yes, they're all on the website. They're made of they're a tubeless steel coated with plastic.
Yeah.
Um,
And what's the biggest net you do? Where's your nets? Have we got your... What's the nets? Have you got your nets? We can have a look at what variety sizes.
Yeah, the sizes in these, we do this net in a variety of sizes from it's basically 3 foot by 6 foot,
Yeah.
and then we go 6 foot by 12 foot, 6 foot by 9 foot.
Okay.
We have them in various sizes, this type of net.
And what size is this one we've got here?
The net on this one, it's up and over the top, and basically that is 1.8 metres by 3.6 metres.
Right. And how much are these?
Just the net?
Yeah.
Right, a piece of net like this would cost you £5. And it's a piece of net you don't buy again.
It'll never rot, will it? Then?
No, it'll never rot. It's a rope, as you can see, it's a rope, polyethylene UV stabilised net.
Yeah.
It's not cheap plastic B&B net. Don't believe them selling rubbish.
Yeah.
As you know. And again, on our A-frames we always put a cross member in. This gives them extra support, stops them caving in when you're growing up them, and it's something what's going to last you hopefully a very long time.
Okay, and all this is available on the website?
It's all available on the website, and as usual the MuddyBootz 10% code will be on there.
That's great.
And I would like to thank all these past followers for buying off me, and I hope you've been very pleased with the product you've received.
Okay, Keith, that's great.
Okay, thanks very much.
See you later, mate.
Okay, bye now. Bye.
You join me on a bright morning, but definitely a noticeable drop in the temperature. I'm just popping outside now to get the last half a dozen rows or so of potatoes out. The first ones are a couple of rows of shallots. After just 2 homes dug up, that's what we left, and hopefully there's another 6 of them to come up, so let's see what we can get. Well, if it was only that easy in real life, eh? Just have a quick look at what we got there. There's the box of potatoes there. Considering they should have been out at least 6 weeks, 2 months ago, I'm quite happy with that. Some decent potatoes in there. Them are the Charlottes. It's worth mentioning, if you've got some heavy soil or anything, potatoes are a fine crop to put in and they break the soil down lovely. Just looking at this soil here, when I first put the potatoes in, it's quite heavy. Although I put a bit of manure in, it was still a bit cloddy and that, but now it's gone down to a fine tilth. Really nice job that is done. You join me on the bench having 5 minutes. I've just done a picking off my russet apple tree, and I'll just show you what I got. This is about a third of what I've already picked, and this is what I've just collected. There's obviously some I probably need to discard after I've had a more closer look at them, but I could quite easily just grow one variety of apple and it would definitely be this. I just love the nutty flavour, and I want to try and keep these as long as I can. There's another channel I watch, and I don't know if you do as well. There's a guy, MuddyBootz Allotment channel, and he grows some cracking fruit, and I might be in touch with him a bit later on. He comes nearer to probably applying the spray to preserve them a bit longer as I'm growing.